Hello everybody and welcome to my week 5 presentation. This week I tested the customer relationship hypothesis. So here is our business model canvas, and under the customer relationship we tested customers acquisition through online advertisement, customer retention, that is LTV to CAC ratio, we'll discuss it more a little later, and customer centric service orientation methods. So the customer relationship hypothesis I have here is, it says, I believe that the advertisement on online e-commerce portals, social media, our own brand website, other related websites will help achieve at least 3:1 LTV to CAC ratio. Now we explained both the customers and the guru are exact definition of LTV and CAC, and these are: LTV is lifetime value, which is a prediction of the net profit attributed to the entire future relationship with the customer, and CAC is the customer acquisition cost, which is the cost associated in convincing a customer to buy a product or a service. So our experiments were exactly the same what we've done in previous weeks: 16 interviews with customers face to face or through Skypes. There were 11 new customers as compared to previous weeks. For gurus, it was exactly the same gurus as we had in the previous weeks, and we did face to face or Skype calls with them. Here are our survey results, and this week was interesting. Both gurus and customers unanimously agreed to all positive responses for all 12 questions. So overall positive responses for all 12 questions was above the acceptance threshold. 5 questions had 100% positive responses for gurus, 2 questions 6 positive, 1 neutral, and 5 questions met the minimum threshold of 71.43%, but there were no negatives even in that question. It was either just positive or neutral. So I didn't see any reds on gurus this week. On the customer side, the overall response were positive for all 12 questions, were above the threshold of 75%, and 8 questions were all positive, 2 questions 90% plus positive, 1 question 80% plus positive, another 1 question was exactly at 75% positive. So in conclusion, the overall results are: customer reached 75% plus positive for all questions, gurus reached at 71.43% plus positive for all questions. No negative responses this week, therefore no changes to any of the hypotheses, neither the customer relation hypothesis or the value proposition. So here is the analysis and the next steps. As I said, all responses are positive, so no changes to the hypothesis. But there was a learning from the last week. Last week's gurus responded positively to print media and radio advertisement should be utilized to promote the brand, and therefore we had concluded that traditional means of branding will be explored during the next phase of expansion strategy. This week I asked a very pinpointed questions from the customers, that whether I pay more attention to the advertisement on e-commerce portals, social media sites, and other websites as compared to radio and print media. And all the customers unanimously said yes, they pay more attention to these online means rather than radio and print media. So therefore, as next steps, we would not consider any radio or print media advertisement as we had concluded in the previous week. And this is because they cost much more, and if they're not giving as much as value return, it's better not to invest into that. So here is our final customer relationship channels. The advertisement on online e-commerce portals, social media, our own website, and other related website would help achieve at least 3:1 LTV to CAC ratio. Thank you so much for patient hearing, and see you next week.